Hello everybody, welcome to the very first stream of 2021. And we're back once again. Hello, I'm Jenny and I'm with Amy.
Hello.
Who does the draw. This stream is not bilingual despite what the title says. Which But Año Nuevo. Which is just Spanish for New Year.
Right.
Yeah. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back to the Shrieking Wizard Co.
Mic is right in front of where my brush size is. Doing good.
You could do a whole drawing with a guess. You know?
Guess?
Yeah, like you could just cover up the bit that says what the brush size is.
No.
And then just do a whole one.
No. How about no?
Okay. Welcome everybody. Hello, how are you doing? As per usual, I'm going to start with a little bit of housekeeping. The first thing to say is that super chats are on for this live stream, so if you super want to get our attention, which is probably why they're called super chats. Well, no, they're probably called super chats for, like, you know, really basic bitch marketing purposes, because they're super, right? Anyway, you can purchase a super chat. I don't know how you do it, so please do find out how to do that. Great.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we super appreciate it. It's a very good way to directly support us and the work that we do here at the Shrieking Wizard Co. Next things are, thank you to all of our patrons for a very, very good 2020, despite, you know, how 2020 was.
How it was a hellscape.
Also, thank you to everybody who purchased anything from our store, shriekingwizardco/shop, which we launched in 2020, which was a good thing that happened last year. Thank you to everybody who did a buy on Redbubble. It means a lot to us. shriekingwizard.redbubble.com. You can pick up stuff there too. We have a discount code, which, you know, if you hang around, I'll post that into the chat later when I have found it. It's not a pretty discount code, so I can't just read it to you, I'm afraid. But I will paste it into the chat if you hang around. I think that's everything that I need to cover. We have a PO box. You can find the address for that in the description to this video. I'm gonna go check it. Well, I don't know when I'm gonna go check it because current travel restrictions and it being like it's what, a mile from our house.
Yeah.
Also, I don't really go outside these days for previous reasons mentioned.
Because our country is a mess and doesn't know what it's doing during a pandemic.
Well,
no, our government doesn't know what they're doing.
Oh, hey, look, Jazz did it. RBC-M20-Shrieking Wizard.
Thanks, Jazz.
For those of you who want to get stickers or stuff from Redbubble. Hey, I'm actually going to go to the post office to deliver a bunch of orders that were placed over the last couple of days whilst the post office has been closed. No, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. They'll be closed then. Monday is when I'm going.
Thank God it's Sunday tomorrow. At least I get one more day off before work on Monday.
If you would like to buy something from our store, say perhaps one of those lino prints of Sarah's Tower that I did, now would be a good time to get your hands on one of those, because I'll be shipping it on Monday.
They're real neat. You guys should, grab those.
Yeah. Anyway, how is everybody? I hope y'all are doing okay. As you can see, that this piece of artwork that Amy's doing is a continuation from the same piece of artwork that Amy was doing last time we streamed, which was before Crimbo.
Yes. I went in yesterday and I added some extra details because I was looking at it and I was like, she looks a bit bare. So I wanted to give her some more details. I did a fluffy shoulder and some claws hanging off.
I thought you were going to say the way When you looked at me and there was that pause, I thought you were going to say, and some nipples.
I mean, she has those.
Yeah, well, that's why I was alarmed. I was like, well, she's human, right? She doesn't have
She had them
way
last
more
time.
nipples than she is supposed to.
Unless that's like a weird ritual thing that she did to give herself more nipplage.
More nipplage.
Yeah, then, you know.
Nipplage.
Nipplage.
Whoa, tomato bread. Hello, tomato bread. Happy New Year, my good friend. My favourite kind of bread.
God bless tomato bread.
Actually, that's not entirely true. My favourite kind of bread is little bread. That's Alex. But tomato bread, you are a very close second.
Yes.
I got a whole bread basket. Hi.
My favourite bread is the pistachio and cranberry.
That's the good shit right there.
That's real good.
That's some real good. I like how. Yeah, and then we're gonna put like brioche and like panettone and stollen and like all of the sweet things. Tomato bread. Hello, friends. Happy New Year. Hope this year is better for everyone. Stay safe. Keep being amazing. Ooh woo. It's the first ooh of 2021.
I'm upset. No, it's not. Liam ooh-wooed me the other day.
Oh, okay.
Ooh-wooed me? That's
Ooh-wooed
you. He ooh-wooed at me? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm shutting up.
Okay, well, this is the first proper ooh.
Okay.
Okay, 2021. Thank you very much for your that 5 whole tomatoes, Mr. Tomato Bread. Thank you.
I've noticed a thing with Liam that once he knows something that annoys you,
He's on it.
he's on it.
Yeah.
Doesn't stop.
I think he's here.
Liam,
Yeah, he is. The message he sent in the chat was
you're the worst.
like that gif of that
The bearded dragon.
the bearded dragon. Yeah. Sounds like you're ready to talk about pastries. Always.
We had pastries for Christmas breakfast. It was a
Yes,
good time.
I was going to say, I hope everybody had a nice holiday period. Christmas or whatever you celebrate, or however you do the thing. Because I know, like in Europe, so like in England, in the United Kingdom, Great Britain and Northern Ireland, the way we do it is that you do Christmas, you celebrate on the 25th. That's Christmas Day. You might have, well, in the old times, in the before times, you would have like a party or something on Christmas Eve, right? Maybe. Well, we did. We'd get drunk.
On Christmas Eve?
Well, I didn't. I was a child. But yeah, on Christmas Eve, like, we always used to do this thing where we'd go for dinner. Either we'd go to my godparents or they would come to us.
Oh, wow. No, my family was never that exciting.
Oh, okay. And then on Christmas Day, you have the roast dinner of your life. The yearly feast.
You don't really like roast dinner, though, do you?
Not really. The only times I eat roast is kind of like Easter and Christmas, which is the two, Roman Christian holidays to which I still subscribe. And then we have Boxing Day, which is the 26th, which is where you just sit or lie down
and die for the day.
Yeah, and you're like, I can't possibly eat anymore, and yet you still keep eating. There are no meals on Boxing Day. There is only continuous food.
Leftovers.
Snacking. Yeah. Have a little bit of mashed potato, a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of bread.
Bubble and squeak.
Bubble and squeak, yeah. And then there is the period between Christmas and New Year's where you, like, I don't know, go into a coma? You hibernate for a little bit? Unless you go to work, which I'll tell you what, the greatest shock of my life was going from being a child.
Just realised I forgot to turn the music down. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, by the way, if you have any audio complaints, or maybe I'll rephrase that. If you have any difficulties with the audio levels, or if you find that we're getting a little bit crunchy, a la the sound in your ears, then please let us know. We don't know. We can't hear ourselves.
Yeah.
So anyway, the greatest shock of my life was discovering that I had to work over the Christmas period.
Oh my god. I think that should be illegal.
Because my first job was a retail job. So we were there until 10 on Christmas Eve. God. And then my manager really liked me, so I never had to come in on Boxing Day.
Boxing Day is always worse than Christmas Eve.
But also there were 2 girls who were like, me and Sheena, we did the religious swap, so she did Christmas for me and then I did Diwali for her, right? Or like you would be like, I feel like I really need a day off, so hey Sheena, there's like the feast of a particular saint coming up, can I take the day off? Will you cover my shift, and then in return I will cover your obscure religious holiday that you are so 100% that you are celebrating.
I think non-essential retail should be abolished over Christmas because it sucks working it.
No, I think non-essential retail should be abolished. Down with the system, Mamie. We return to the earth from whence we came.
Well, I still want to go to the cinema, but like, not over Christmas. Stay at home over Christmas.
Okay.
Don't be a bum. You don't have to go outside.
Mac says, why would a manager have you work on Christmas Eve? And that's because you have to stay, because the shop is open until 4, but then from 4 until 10:30, you're doing what is called the turnover, which is where you rip down all of the POS, the point of sale, and you put up all of the Boxing Day stuff, and you replace, this is in a jeweller's, there were over 1,000 watches in the window alone, and they all face outwards towards the customer. So from behind the displays, I had to locate all of the watches that were going to be on sale on Boxing Day and replace the stickers on the front of the watch stand.
Ugh.
And each sticker was, no bigger than a 2 centimeter square, which is less than an inch square for you Americans. Blah. Blah. Bad time, yeah.
I remember not last year before, when I was working at the cinema, I had to work Christmas Eve and I had to do a close on Christmas Eve, so therefore I actually ended up working into Christmas.
Disgusting.
Love that.
So I'm going to scroll back a little bit. Tomato Bread, thank you very much again for your kind uwu, sir. Uwu to you. And a woo to your family. Jazz is eating cheesecake. She wishes she has more of it.
Cheesecake's great.
Cheesecake is great. Did you see the recipe I posted into the chat?
I did not.
It's by Sola El Whaley, who is like our favourite chef, which is like possibly the most middle class thing I have ever said in my life. Sola makes just the best food. It's a peanut butter and jam pie, but peanut butter and PB&J ice cream pie, and the shell, that's not the right word, the crust is like crumbled pretzels.
Wow.
And cookies. I mean, can you imagine anything better to eat with your mouth? No. Whew. Let's see. Jazz used to go to Pizza Hut on Christmas Eve. That's amazing. Mr. Disaster wants to know what song was playing. I don't know. I'm afraid. No
idea.
We can't hear the track.
It is by Will Savino, who is on Spotify. So if you want to troll through all of his music,
like
go
it
for
says on the screen, all of our music is from the very talented Will Savino. You can support him on Patreon at MusicD20 and get downloads of all of his music, or you can go look it up on Spotify. It's great. It's good. It's good atmospheric Dungeons and Dragons music.
It's really good music.
We use it a lot. Let's see.
There's a lot of lines going on here, and I don't really know what I'm looking at anymore. Not gonna lie.
Ah, yes, the pie shell. Pies. Nature's turtle. I think you'll find, Alex, that nature's turtle is the turtle. Wouldn't pies be more like a snail? Soft innard crunchy outwards. I mean, arguably turtles are soft on the inside as well. On Christmas morning we had... All of this conversation stemmed from something about pastry, so I'm going to go back to the previous point, which is that on Christmas morning, Amy did us the spread of baked goods. We had croissant with bacon. Was there cheese in there too?
Yeah.
Wow. Was there also butter?
No.
Okay, I was going to say, Jesus. You're
'Cause
trying to kill us.
They're already all butter croissants,
Yeah.
so...
And then we had cinnamon rolls fresh from the oven.
Man, I got like halfway through my second cinnamon roll and I think I passed away.
And then I feel like there's something else. I mean, there were fruit juices of the kinds that I like.
Had loads of sweets.
Yeah, there were tons of sweets. And then for Christmas dinner we had chicken katsu curry.
Which was amazing.
We had more katsu curry than really a human being
But,
should
like,
eat.
we were all a little bit drunk.
Oh, yeah, no, I was very drunk.
You like swayed into the living room with the katsu in your hand and we were like, whoa.
I had not had anything to eat and I had been stood up frying that chicken for about 3 hours, or at least it felt like that. It was probably less.
It was a little while. I think it was over an hour.
I mean, there was a lot of chicken.
Mm.
Oh my god, miracle. Hello, you little miracle. Happy New Year's, everyone. Unrelated, I'm planning encounters for my campaign whilst I listen to the stream and it's very distracting, but oh well. Well, it is ever my pleasure to distract you from whatever it is you are doing, Miracle. Thank you very much for your 20 big ones.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
What was you drunk on? Was it sangria?
Sangria. Except it wasn't,
Wasn't really sangria.
It was red wine and some other stuff. There was a whole orange cut up into it.
I had really old cider that had been sitting in a cupboard for God knows how long. And
Since last Christmas.
And I had the first bottle and it already went straight to my head and that's only like 5%. And I got through the first one and I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that's sad.
Somebody that I follow on Instagram is doing dry January, and I just turned to Ollie and I said, you know, that's kind of funny to me, seeing how we had to struggle to have a wet December. Like, we just don't drink at all, do we?
No, we got loads of drink, but
Yeah,
we don't
tons
actually
of
drink it.
It never feels like the occasion, and because of that, like, whenever you do drink it, it like makes you drunk, or it gives you a headache, or it makes you really, really tired, and then it's you have to find an occasion to do that, and then it's never the occasion.
Yeah, literally, like, because I just did it all in uni, and now I feel no need to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I've experienced all of that. Like, what's it going to be like now? Probably the same.
Same, but
less
like,
dramatic.
Achier, probably.
Yeah.
I stood up from the sofa earlier and I was like, "Oh, my back!" Like,
Don't even get me started on back pain.
Weirdly, because I'm an old lady and I've fallen over
And she can't get up.
and I can't get up. Do you know what I'm referencing when I do that?
I know it's a Vine.
It's not. I don't even think it's a Vine. Well, it might be, but it's not what I'm referencing. It's from the Yog Pod.
Oh.
Which is about 15 years old at this point, probably. Where
Older than some of our viewers.
Simon is doing the like stings, you know, the transitional bits. He's like making shit up so that they can cut them in. And one of them is, "I'm an old man and I've fallen over, but it's all right because I got my iPod and I'm listening to the Yog Pod." So I'm an old man and I've fallen over. It's like, it's I don't know. I was gonna say it's like a cultural touchstone, but clearly just for me.
Matt and Jazz probably know what it is.
Yeah, I think so.
And Beth, most likely as well.
Alex has just said life alert.
Life alert.
It's okay because I've got my iPod and I'm listening to the Yog Pod. Speaking of pods, you can listen to our podcast, Good RFM. It's on our channel.
You really love plugging our shit, don't you?
Well, I feel like Yes.
Any and all opportunity, go for it.
Help, I've fallen over and I can't get up is a timeless phrase.
Who said that?
Elliot G. Oh. Sean Bean, away.
I know that one.
Don't go into the dark, it shines.
You've set me off. Stop
okay,
it.
good.
Don't go into the dark.
Aye, shadow facts, more like shadow fat.
Oh no. Oh my god.
Okay.
I don't watch the Yogscast that regularly, right? Barely at all.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I'll indulge myself.
There's some classic shit.
And I'll binge every now and then. And then a lot of the time I'm like, hey, this is kind of funny. And then Simon will just say something and it'll just
send
throw
you
me
into the universe.
Oh my god.
No, 100%. For the Jingle Jam this year they were playing a lot, they did a tabs tournament, totally accurate battle simulator, right? And they have invented this so you know how your developing studio will make a video game and they'll be like, here's our video game, it's 100% complete, and then the community gets it and is like, okay, but what if we play this game but we also do other stuff with it? So how we could play Animal Crossing, but also you could play hide and seek in Animal Crossing, which is not a mechanic built into the game,
but we do it anyway.
With something we've come up, it's a game within the game. They play tabs but with wheels, so you can spin the wheel and it adds a level of randomness to the game. So what is a strategy game can quite quickly become very unwieldy because the wheels are choosing everything for you. And for the Jingle Jam they got a physical wheel, and then they got a load of word art of all of the different categories. And then Lewis embodied Wheel Boy, this persona who span the wheel for Tom. And Lewis Brindley as Wheel Boy, he's peak Yogscast bullshit. And it sent me into the 9th layer of hell. I'm not even going to...
I love it when you're playing a game and you pick up a persona, like Tiny Terry when we're playing Monopoly. Yeah. God. Oh yeah, we played Monopoly on Christmas Day, but we played the digital Monopoly.
Yeah.
You got so competitive.
Very typically, I was super into it when I was winning, and then I was lying on the floor when I was losing.
And then you became bankrupt and you went out into the kitchen and started doing work and then making dinner. Mm-hmm. And I was doing kind of well. I was like, oh mate, I've got a chance. And then all of a sudden I didn't have a chance, so I just started crying.
Yeah, I could hear you screaming from the kitchen and I was like, ah yes, Ollie is delivering that capitalist justice. Wheel Boy. I have never heard Yogscast, I don't think, but it sounds familiar somehow. I shouldn't really be doing them free advertising because they don't need it, but they do a lot of charity work. So considering the time of year, we'll do them a free one. The Yogscast is another British YouTube collective who they just do video games. And
they're a very, very well-known bunch.
Yeah, they're huge. I mean, in 2009, they had 8 million subs or something on their main channel,
which was insane. Which
was fucking insane back then. They've been the biggest YouTube channel in Britain. Well, they were before the likes of Zoella and people like that started coming up. KSI is probably number one right now. I don't even know what he looks like.
You don't know what KSI looks like? Oh, I watched some of his stuff, but it's not funny to me.
Do you ever worry that this is a weird thing for me where I'm if I don't know what these people look like, but I know vaguely what their content is I'm going to fall into it and I'm going to end up people who do prank stuff, right? I feel I have to know what they look like so that when I'm on the street, which again never happened, I'll be prepared in case one of them walks up to me. I can be like, no.
I think I'm too hostile for anyone to do that to me, to be honest.
Just in default.
Like, someone's like running towards you, I just start screaming. Like, it doesn't matter what you want or who you are. Like, you could be the queen and I'll just scream in your face. Like, get away from me.
The chat would like to know the tale of Tiny Terry.
Oh God, Tiny Terry.
I don't know the tale. I do vaguely. But
You
I
didn't
don't know
meet
the
Tiny
details,
Terry.
but I didn't meet him because again I was cooking Christmas dinner in 2019.
Yeah.
So Amy,
Tiny Terry. Yeah, Tiny Terry's just this weird little orphan boy from the Victorian era who appears but has goblin fingers, I think, and would remove parts of himself and sell them for money so he can maintain his wealth. I can't really remember. It's just like a weird dark area of my brain that I go to when I feel unsafe.
it's your Monopoly persona.
It's my Monopoly persona.
Jazz is Tiny Terry's sugar daddy, she says.
Yes. Jazz is Tiny Terry's sugar daddy. Sorry.
Is Tiny Terry called Tiny Terry because Tiny Tim was taken?
Yeah, so like Tiny Terry is the Poundland version of Tiny Tim.
Oh, I see.
Off-brand.
I see. Tesco's own.
Not Stockwell.
No, value.
Tesco's own. the cheap.
Man, does not anything say 90s to you more than the old Tesco's value packaging that was like white with the stripes in the middle? You were probably...
I think I remember it. It was like really ugly.
Yeah.
And so unappealing to look at.
Tesco's own orphan.
Tesco's own. Who said that?
Horace Frey. That's good. I like that one.
You're just shopping around Tesco and you're taking too long looking at the same item and Tiny Terry just bursts out from the shelvings.
Free to a good home.
Please.
Please, sir.
I've been here so long.
Would you like my organs?
I'll sell them to you for a good price.
Matthew and then Jazz are saying Harry, but
oh, you don't know about that.
I don't understand this reference.
So we were playing Minecraft the other day. Do you know how Matt likes to terrorize Beth with his weirdness?
Yes.
With no there's no reasoning for it. Like he just does it because he can.
That's how he is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt likes to say Harry in Slughorn's voice. He'd be like, Harry.
I see.
Harry.
I see.
And then we all started doing it.
Oh, Katie's here too. You're all going Harry. Mm-hmm.
Harry.
So I read something on Instagram. This is a similar sort of pronunciation thing about how a kid, his teacher was like, everybody tell us one thing about you so we can get to know you. It's like the first day at school. And the kid was like, when my dad gets drunk, he asks my mum for things. And the teacher's like, okay, you don't need to explain anymore. Oh, no. And the kid's like, yeah, sometimes when he wants soup. So he'll go like, soup? Give me soup?
Oh, God.
Put your soup in the microwave.
Microwave?
Okay.
Harry.
How's everybody doing? It's 8:30.
Harry.
Harry Potter.
Harry.
And it's been half an hour, and I think it's fair enough to say that we're not going to be able to crawl our way back up the hill we have slid down.
Harry. I can't do it as well as Matt. Oh my God, when we were playing D&D yesterday and Phil's voice broke when he was like explaining something. Killed me. Fucking sent me into the moon. So cute.
What was I was asking him if it hit him or something, and he was like, yes.
Oh.
Man. Let's have a look.
Harry. You
It's
set me off
somebody's
now.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Solana,
Are you even saying words or are you just making noises?
Trying to read their name. SOLANACEAE.
Well, you're saying these words and I'm not listening. Sorry.
Okay, well, great. Thanks, Amy, for the backup.
You're welcome.
Their icon is Thomas Jefferson from, well, I mean from history, but specifically Alexander Hamilton.
Right.
Can
Harry.
I have a bowl of soup?
Hello, Mrs. Clown. May I have a bowl of soup? You keep doing the.
Yeah, because
the penny?
they're laughing, and then they're trying not to just like breathe really heavily into the microphone because I've been laughing. Builds a lot of pressure in my chest, so I'm like trying to contain it.
Hello, Mrs. Clown.
Can I have a bowl of soup? Okay.
If y'all haven't watched Worthy Kids, we recommend it.
Yeah, once again, we're here to recommend to you the
Big Top Burger.
Big Top Burger. Actually, just anything by Worthy Kids. They're great. It's great stuff. 10 of 10 would recommend. If any of you know them, by the way, if you know Worthy Kids, please can you say to them how much we love their stuff, and please can we work with you? Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Bye. I want Worthy Kids to animate Tiny Terry.
Malark has voice cracks when the anxiety hits confirmed. Yes. Can you imagine if they said Alexander Hamilton's name in the musical like how Matt says Harry?
Oh my god.
Can you say Harry again for me?
Harry
Hamilton.
Just imagine, just like embrace your inner slughorn. Fingers on. Thanks, buddy. Okay.
Oh my god, I wish Jazz was here right now. There was this one time, okay, Amy was driving me and Alex to the train station from her house. This is about when Amy lived in the middle of nowhere.
Oh my god.
And it's like a classic English countryside, right? The road is single track. It's really windy.
Might as well be a mud road.
It's a tree tunnel, essentially, okay? And Jazz is doing
Harry Potter quotes.
Harry Potter quotes. I don't really remember what was happening.
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
But she says, "Did you put your name in the goblet of fire?" Like really aggressively
and really like shrill.
Yeah. Did you put your name in the goblet of fire? Like that. And me and Amy were laughing so hard that we were crying, which was a problem because Amy couldn't see, which is a problem because Amy was the driver.
I think I drove for about 5 minutes with my eyes closed. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
It's a good job I know that road well.
Yeah. It's just, it was a mighty... oh, yeah, Alex, I forgot about that drive. It was one of those moments where, like... all four of us could have very easily died and none of us would have been able to do anything about it because we were laughing so hard.
You know when you like keel over from laughter?
Yeah, like my entire body just shut down.
It's like...
I was just trying to breathe.
My favourite one was the Grim. I did that whole fucking... Oh my god, what's her name? What's the witch?
Trelawney.
Trelawney's quote.
Yeah.
She did that all in like a shrieky voice. Oh my god, it killed us. You guys have no idea.
Just like, oh no, my origin story.
Oh, Jazz, you are funny.
Can you do you take requests? Can you do Terry in the Harry voice?
No. I have to like channel Tiny Terry. I can't just like bring him in.
Well, no. Can you say his name?
What?
As if you were Slughorn. Instead of saying Harry, say Terry.
Terry. I'm not as good at it because I don't have that natural like voice breakage.
I think for next time we should try and get Matthew and or Jasmine and or anybody else who's available on the live stream with us.
Yes, I need to figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to do it.
We've got 2 weeks to work it out. I'm sure we can do it. Okay. Alex said we were this close to going out doing what we loved. Being paralysed by Jazz's jokes, yeah.
Did you put a name in the goblet of fire?
Chaos says, I drove for 5 minutes with my eyes closed. Well, now we know how Terry became an orphan.
Man.
You're a wizard, Terry.
Oh my god. Fucking when Ollie was playing LA Noire and I was doing that thing where I was like spying on the TV from behind my tablet like I do sometimes because I can't concentrate on anything. And I'm like waiting for a moment because if I get a quote in my head I can't stop saying it for about 3 weeks. And I'm waiting, sitting here, and Ollie's concentrating on the game, really paying attention to the story. And what's the name of the detective? What's the...
Cole Phelps.
Cole Phelps opens the door, and the little girl, suddenly it like pans to this little girl, then it pans back to Cole Phelps, and then I scream, "Did you put your name in the goblet of fire, Harry?" And it just sends Ollie into orbit.
Oh man, my favorite thing about LA Noire is like how deadly serious Rockstar takes it, and like they're like, it's so crisp and HD. Look at this remaster, and I'm like, this man's face.
You know when he's lying.
Yeah, this man's face is in 240p. Okay. So good. Did ya put your name in the goblet of fire, Harry? Ooh.
Dumbledore asked calmly.
You know when there's like, so like in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, right? When you get to a bit of a mountain and you slide down it, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we've been stuck in that slide animation and we just reached the end of the cliff and we just kept going. There was no drop. We just slid out into the nothingness.
When Ollie got stuck under the world the other week.
Yeah.
We were like, hey, Ollie, like literally one after the other. Me and Johnny were like, try this. And
Yeah.
Ollie goes, stop it.
Like really you get stuck under the world. So you look up and you can see like all of the underneath all of the assets which are black because, you know, why would you paint underneath the thing?
Yeah.
And just like really deadpan, me and Amy are like, have you tried hitting it? Have you tried going back to where you got into this? Have you tried jumping? He just goes, stop it. Amy's legacy consists of mothicide and making orphans.
Isn't that the fucking truth?
Orphans of moths.
Morphans.
It's both what they are and what you stand for.
Mate.
Mothicide, Elliot, is it's a portmanteau.
It's when I'm in the shower and a moth flies out from behind the shampoo bottle and I'm soaking wet and it gets stuck to my leg and dies.
Or when Amy's in the kitchen and she's cooking and she opens the oven to check on whatever it is and the moth flies in and then Amy shuts the door on him.
I didn't mean to!
Or when Amy's having a nice calming moment in her bedroom, which is difficult to imagine given this stream that Amy is ever calm. with some lit candles, and a moth comes over and is like, "Yo, what up, bitch?" and flies straight into that flame. For some reason, YouTube was like, "Hey, Mothman, we should hold this comment for review." I don't know why that's a thing.
Don't know. Mothman is terrified of me. He would never come near me. Because he knows he'll die.
Liam, Assassin's Creed has had a patch now, and it is somehow better and worse at the same time.
Oh. How? What happened?
Oh, well, you know, me and Ollie participated in the Yuletide Festival, which is like the seasonal event that they patched into the game.
Yes.
And because we did that, now whenever we load into the game, or whenever we wake up, or whenever we fast travel, we have the drunk
You
effect.
both like it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
We have the drunk effect applied to us, which means that we can't walk any faster than a stumble for the first minute. The screen is blurry and it sort of shifts, right? Like it's a drunk effect, and then it slowly evaporates. But that's very annoying.
Yeah, I bet. Considering that we paid £60 for the game.
My least favourite thing about it, though, about all of it, is that every straw surface is wet. Like it has the splash animation as if she's running through water, and it makes the noise, which means the inside of every Saxon house, the roof of every thatched building is like splish, 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 splish. When you run across it, it's so annoying.
Oh my god, this line! Sorry. Drawing this line for 10,000 years.
Why would you defeat Mothman? What did he ever do to you?
No, I wouldn't.
Doesn't he bring apocalypse?
Yeah, doesn't he like actually hurt people? Isn't that the point of Mothman?
But also, you know, it's not intentional. But even if it is, he would know better.
He would know better than to go near me because he'll die.
Yeah, much like how Mothman is a force of nature, as is Amy.
Yes.
Who is Mothman? Evie says. Mothman is
a man who is a moth.
He is a moth thing. It's a myth, a legend. It's a cryptid from Northeast America. And that's kind of all I'm qualified to say on the subject.
Yeah, I don't really know much about Mothman, not going to lie.
There's a there's spooky movie about it.
Yeah, didn't
which
you
actually might not be spooky. It might just have been spooky because I watched it when I was a child. He brings ill tidings, I think, is all.
It's like a bad omen or something, I think.
They're a lamp lover. Yeah. The man, the moth, the legend.
Sorry, lads, I'm very thirsty, so I'm going to take
Yeah, it's all the laughing. It's all the laughing.
Oh.
Have you... well, not have you specifically. What do you think about if we did Kadar FM's live?
Kadar FM live?
Yeah. I feel like that could be a disaster, given how we are.
Would it be any different from this? I
I
don't think it would be any different from this, other there won't be drawing.
Yeah.
I just wish COVID wasn't a thing, then we could get the others here.
Yep.
Fuck COVID. You can get in the bin.
Oh yeah, he like collapsed a bridge, Mothman, or something.
Mothman. I'm Mothman's kryptonite. Got nothing. He's got nothing on me. I kill his people.
So I don't know if you know this character, the Martian Manhunter. He's like one of the big ones in the Justice League. You know, like how there's like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. The Martian Manhunter is one of the ones that they don't do so often because he doesn't look as human all the time. And he's from Mars. And I shit you not, John owns his weakness is fire.
Right.
He's from Mars.
Isn't Mars really hot?
It's actually quite cold, I think.
No, I don't know anything about space.
But like, you know, coming from to Earth, where like, you know, a bunch of shit is on fire all the time. Seems like not a great idea. It's also just like I'm saying all of this. I very much love the Martian Manhunter. He's like one of my favorite characters of all time ever. And his portrayal on the CW's Supergirl like actually fully destroyed me. Like, so good. Ugh, just the best. I really needed that. But also he's like super impervious to fire, like, and to heat, right? Because that's the element of fire. Like, because obviously humans are, vulnerable to fire.
Mm.
I don't know where I'm going for this.
I don't know. I
just got set off on one.
I see.
Somebody's about to eat something called an Uncrustable, but they're going to eat it frozen because they're too lazy to wait for it to thaw. I don't know what an Uncrustable is.
No, neither do I.
Sounds American, doesn't it?
But what if it's not American?
Just ignoring Matthew Kemp again, as I am wont to do.
Jenny Simps for Martian Manhunter.
No.
Didn't you meet Jason Momoa very recently? I'm only saying Jason Momoa because I know he played Aquaman. I know Aquaman's in the DC universe.
Yeah, I didn't meet him, and it was not recently.
Yeah, I don't know why I said recently, because I knew it wasn't recent at all.
It was... I mean, maybe 2012, right? That's how maybe... Yeah. And me and some friends were at the LFCCC, which is London Film and Comic Con, I think.
Not Comic Con, but the other one.
Which is not MCM. It's the other one. It's the like slightly more niche one, I think.
Right.
MCM is like for example, you would not get any anime at LFCC.
It's mostly film, isn't it?
Yeah, mostly film. And there's like way more people selling autographs there, for example. Right. Both in-person autographs and banked ones. Mm-hmm. Which is where I did indeed make a great deal of eye contact with Mr. Jason Momoa.
Love that.
He was still Khal Drogo then. That's how long ago it was.
Dang.
We were walking across the convention center, and me and my friend, we stopped because we were a little bit lost, and we were like, where are we going? And we turned around, that way where you're spinning because you're looking for something that you recognize.
Yeah.
And the thing that we recognized was Jason Momoa. And he was like, sup? And he kept walking. We were like, goodbye. Hello. And then we had to go sit down for a little bit because, Jason Momoa.
Because Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
He's beautiful, isn't he?
He's gorgeous, yes.
He just got the best face.
Mm-hmm. And then we saw him again, on stage on the Sunday of the convention. And I'm here to tell you that the cast of Game of Thrones got very drunk on Saturday night.
Oh, they did?
Because they were all very hungover on stage on Sunday morning.
It's so funny.
Ronan from Stargate, yeah, Liam with the deep pools. Stargate Atlantis. That was the first time I ever saw him. I didn't know he was in Baywatch until much, much later. And I, again, get my sort of sci-fi part of me from my dad, because my dad would watch the show, and then I would sit on the sofa and watch the show with my dad. Or rather, I would look at the show and then I'd look at my dad to see what I was supposed to be thinking of it. Do you know what sort of mean?
Yeah.
I didn't really understand what's going on. But let me tell you, I did know that Jason Momoa was beautiful and I was in love with him.
I mean, who isn't?
All of my, childhood crushes were based on what my dad's taste in science fiction, essentially. Harry Kim from Star Trek Voyager. Sci-fi created his career. Actually, Baywatch killed his career, and then Sci-fi restarted it. Essentially,
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was in Baywatch for however long, and then nobody would hire him because they all thought he was stupid.
What?
Because they were like, oh, well, you were only in that show because you've got, because you're attractive, not because you can act.
I mean, isn't that the whole point of Baywatch? I don't really know anything about Baywatch.
Yeah, no, me neither. But, like, because of Baywatch's reputation, he didn't get any work again for almost 10 years.
Wow.
I mean, that might be an exaggeration. However long it was between Baywatch and Stargate Atlantis, it might have been 5 years. But, a very long time considering how fast, acting careers can turn over.
Mm. What time? Oh, excuse me.
Blimey. Let's check back on the chat. I'd like to say thank you again to Tomato Bread and to Miracle for the super chats.
Appreciate it.
We very much appreciate you and your donos. It's very poggers. I don't know, I'm trying out.
What does poggers mean?
I think it means cool. The sort of like live stream culture moves too fast for me to keep up with it, because like I'm still in the period of like saying that things are kappa, right? Like that's kappa, right? Or like lol kappa, right? You would never say kappa out loud because it's inherent. You only need the kappa to
Alex is
add
dying.
the emphasis.
You've killed Alex.
Look, okay, I am almost 30. I don't stream. Please stop saying podcast. I don't understand what it means. PogChamp.
Google it.
Play of the game. Well, that's why I don't know, because I don't watch live streams of video games. This is ironic considering that I am currently streaming right now, but I don't watch them because I feel like there's a lot of pressure. You can't pause it. It's too much for me to handle. So
I get that.
Yeah. What if you miss something? You can't rewind, and I'm certainly not going to go back once the stream is over and watch the VOD, that's for sure. What happened to... What's the other one? If that's play of the game, what's the other one where you're the MVP?
MVP?
Most valuable player.
Yeah, I don't...
That's still a thing, right? I'm not that old, right?
I think so.
Not knowing the meaning of poggers? That's not very poggers of you, Jenny.
What does it mean?
Alex, get in the bin! I... honestly, this is gonna sound really, really, really old of me, but I thought that it was like I can't stop. I knew it was not a reference to this, but wasn't like pogs like a thing?
Yes.
When we were kids, like they were like things, the collectible things, right?
Yeah. God, we're so fucking old. I'm so
Making my way downtown, walking fast, talking fast. Hope Poggers is in Get in the bin. He lives there. He does live there. He is a raccoon. This may be the tip, but we're the king and queen raccoon of this garbage heap.
Sure. I'm trying to give her tattoos, but I don't really know.
Yeah, so people are confirming pogs are a thing that you used to collect that you can play with. Sorry, I'm playing with the microphone again, so if you can hear that, like...
Stop it.
I'm sorry. Okay, Sparks. Okay, now, you must be shitting me. It cannot be based on that, for sure. Poggers cannot be based on the game Pog. I refuse. It cannot be, right? It has to stand for something.
Jenny, Google it.
I don't want to.
Why?
Because there's like 100 people watching who can Google it for me.
But they already know what it means. They don't need to Google it.
Well, they should tell me.
Maybe.
And they should tell me the truth.
They want
Because I'm an old lady and I've fallen over.
And she can't get
Do
up.
they even it's based on an emote? Yeah, well, like Kappa, right? No? Can we not talk about this anymore?
I've already faded away.
Yeah, I don't.
Jenny's on her own.
Decided that I don't care anymore. POG stands for play of the game. Great, cool. That's two different people have said that now. So now I can move on and die in peace because I've caught up on the internet slang.
Ben, I was saying this to my sister.
On the lingo.
Saying to my sister the other day, I'm only 24, right?
Hmm.
I feel like I'm 35. That's all I had to say.
Okay.
I feel so old.
We
all the
posted
time.
an episode of Among Us today, by the way, which after the stream you should definitely go watch that, in which Beth says, I left it in because I thought it might be controversial, but it's not. It turns out everybody agrees. Beth says that people who were born in the year 2000 are now 20, and that's very stressful. And there's a comment that says, there's no context for that, but I agree. That is very stressful. Yeah, it is. Liam agrees with you. You are very old,
Thanks.
which is offensive to me, an old person.
Liam, aren't you older than me? I say this, waiting for a response. Liam,
Oh.
are you 96
I
or
thought you were going to
95?
ask if he was 19, and I was like, Christ.
Liam, are you 96 or 95? I need to know. Go on, boy.
Poggers
I
is
need
a
an answer.
variant of the original Twitch.tv. I know what Twitch is, thank you. You don't have to add the extension. Emote called PogChamp. The word Poggers is used to express excitement during a game when something exciting occurs. Thank you. The Monka S comes from the Twitch user name Monka Senpai, a subscriber of this.
Liam is 95. So, Liam, you are in fact older than me.
Oh, best sister is only 19. 2001.
My niece is 19 this year, I think. Oh my god. I remember when she was born.
My cousin might be having a baby,
Oh my god.
and he's 5 years younger than me. I remember his birth.
Weird.
That's not correct.
That's not correct.
No, he shouldn't be having a baby. He is a baby. Anyway.
I think having babies should be illegal. Don't care what anyone says. Don't care if it's controversial.
Amy wishes for the end of the human race.
Yeah, go on. We're shit.
It's 9 p.m-ish. It's 2 minutes to 9. But you know what? I'm short on time, so I'm catching up. I'm going to go... I was going to go and have a drink, but I'm not allowed another Coke, so... Now I'm going to use this opportunity to do some more pitching to you. I'm going to remind you just gently that the super chats are on. So if you would like to use that, you can. That would be a very good way to divert the conversation, let me tell you. You can also support us in a number of ways. If you like what's happening here this evening, you can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/ShriekingWizard, and chuck us some of your dollary dues, and we will continue to make stuff and things for you, including High Hopes Low Rolls, which basically everything we do funds, by the way, just so you're aware. We have some big stuff coming up this year for you and for us. Big changes. We hope that you will be here to experience them with us, join in with those things, because they're going to be cool. And I mean that in a like, I hope you hang around with us kind of way, not in a hope you don't die kind of way. Though I do hope you don't die. That would be bad. And I would be sad to hear that. You can
Sorry.
support us and get yourself some sick merch, some nice artwork. You can buy a poster or some fucking ace stickers. There's this sticker of Sareth where his glasses are holographic and shiny that I fucking love. I love it so much to death. You can buy that on our shop. And I, Jenny, will post it to you when the post office is open again, which is Monday. So make sure you get in your purchases soon. Shriekingwizard.com/shop. We have a Redbubble as well if you're into that kind of thing. There's other stuff there that isn't on our store. So you can do both if you wish. We have a Redbubble code which is in the chat somewhere. Or maybe Jazz who's jazzed and Beth who's also jazzed. Maybe one of them can go find it in our emails and post it into the chat. You get 20% off in our store when you buy things. I don't think there's any other stipulations. You don't get 20% off nothing. Because that's nothing. Have you subscribed to this YouTube channel yet? You should do.
Do it.
Me and Amy are here every 2 weeks for this kind of thing. And maybe some different kind of things in the future. Depending on what you want. What we're up to. How things are going, you know. Promo code RBC-M20-Shrieking Wizard. You get 20% off of our Redbubble store. Get yourself some stuff. Slightly cheaper. You can follow us on Instagram at the Shrieking Wizard Co. For cool stuff there too. Also, we're on Twitter at swizardco and on Tumblr at highhopesarolls.tumblr.com. I think that's it. Did I mention that you can super chat? That's it. That's all I got. I feel like I've said that about 1,000 times. But this is what the YouTube told me to do. So this is what I'm doing. I'm here to give you the pitch. Jazz has sent something which I presume is for us to read. Let's have a look here. Oh, she also sent me a picture of what an Uncrustables is, and it looks... I mean, just make your own. It's a sandwich. It's a packaged sandwich.
It's a jam sandwich.
It's a sandwich. Okay. So, chat, what would you like to see? Would you like to see man change his name to Celine Dion? Or a psychic who sees future throwing?
He's going through changes.
That's man changes name to Celine Dion, or a psychic who sees future throwing.
Asparagus.
What?
I said asparagus. You have to forgive me, guys. I'm like kind of here, but I'm kind of not because I'm concentrating on this drawing. I don't know.
I think I'm going to make the executive judgment because of the delay. Oh, no, people want to see future throwing, so that's what we're going to do.
What do you mean by future throwing?
I don't know.
I feel like this is going to annoy me, and I'm going to stop listening.
Okay. This is for the mirror.co.uk by Luke Matthews, who is an audience writer. I don't know what that means. Okay. I see. Psychic who sees future by throwing asparagus makes predictions for 2021. Just to clarify, this woman can see the future by throwing asparagus.
I refuse to listen.
She has got us some predictions for this year.
I don't care. It's going to be shit, Jenny. Stop talking.
If I had said woman predicts future by throwing bones, would you be interested?
No! I'm angry now.
Okay. A psychic who makes predictions by throwing asparagus across the room. Across the room? has claimed to foresee events of 2021, including a new normal after the coronavirus
Jazz,
pandemic
if you
and a royal
don't stop
breakup.
sending us mirror articles, I'm going to have to divorce you.
I wish y'all could see this picture of this woman literally just throwing some fucking asparagus into the air. Let's see. What are her predictions? Although the impact of COVID-19 will be felt around the world, the vaccines will bring a return to the new normal by June 2021. Although not a return to pre-pandemic days. I feel like that's...
Well, we all knew that.
I could have done that with a little bit of science. You know, with the data. I didn't need to throw some veg in the air.
Shut your mouth, asparagus lady.
The world's population will become kinder and more tolerant as a direct
won't.
result of the pandemic, and governments will be more beholden to the will of their people.
No, it won't.
Again, based on the data, I would say probably not.
We've had hundreds of years to make that change. Why would it be now?
She believes that there will be at least 2 divorces for the royal family in 2021, and that His Royal Highness the Duke of Sussex, Harold? Harry will return to the UK on his own in March, when he will be advised there will not be an extension to his current terms.
Cool.
There will be a spate of ill health among royals of all ages. She reckons that the Queen will pass her throne to her son, to Charles, this year. Here's the big one. Okay, well there's a minor one and then there's a big one. Former President Trump, disowned by GOP members, will use this because of his appalling handling of the US domestic situation. He will not stand for a further term as president, and his future is uncertain. The big one, however, the interesting one, is that there will be no second Scottish referendum.
Cool.
I feel like a lot of that could have been established based on, science. The royal stuff is that's the kind of stuff that, you predict because the mirror asks you to, right? Surely you're not interested in that stuff. I mean, who cares? I think that the Scottish should have another referendum, and they should get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, save yourselves.
Yeah.
Especially while Boris is hanging around. Jesus.
How her previous predictions have gone. So she claims that she's world famous as the planet's only asparamancer. So she apparently predicted Brexit and Donald Trump's victory in the previous election, in 2016 rather.
Well, the only reason Donald Trump won, right, is because nobody wanted a woman to be president.
Then also she predicted that earthquakes will continue to occur, politicians will be involved in scandals, and
when are they not? And
Amy, really, this is the most accurate and detailed prediction I have ever seen. World economies will continue to go up and down.
Wow.
Who'd have known? Yes, asparamancer. Okay. Let's go back to the point where we hadn't just read about people throwing asparagus on the floor. Bum 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 bum. Okay.
Oh, sorry, lads.
We should make keychains. I agree. That would be very good. What kind of keychains would you like? You should let us know. Leave us a comment somewhere. What do you think of occult practices in general? I'm not sure I have an opinion. I'm not really sure what defines a cult. Amy's not really paying attention.
Nope.
So there we go.
I faded away. Bye.
I don't know British law. Yeah, fair enough. Most of us don't.
I don't either.
Do you have any tips to anyone thinking of making a shop or even an Etsy throne? An Etsy throne? I'm going to assume, Chaos, that you don't mean like throne. And that was maybe an autocorrect. I don't really have any tips because like a large chunk of our audience was in built, right? Like we weren't, we didn't have a product that we were trying to sell through a store. We had a product that was sort of ancillary to the main product that we're making, which is High Host Rolls, which has an audience, and therefore we have a certain number of we have a customer base that's kind of built in. That's a very technical thing to jump into and very serious, considering you just said words like asparamancer, like 5 minutes ago. Scottish referendum. There was a Scottish referendum. So if you're not aware, the United Kingdom is actually 4 countries stitched together by imperialism. England, being the bully, has Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland by the throat, if you will.
Why did we cling on to Northern Ireland? Is it just because we couldn't lose?
It's very complicated because we've been there long enough that there are people in Northern Ireland who consider themselves to be British and not Irish.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Let's not get into that.
Yeah. It's like for the same reason that we still, I say, own Gibraltar and the God, I can't remember the name, which is so bad because we have literally killed people for these islands. They're in this. They're a disputed territory with Argentina. I can't remember what they're called. Oh, that's really bad. I'm so sorry if you're from there. But we have owned them long enough that there are people who are living there who consider themselves to be British, essentially. So like Northern Ireland is tricky because it's both a religious thing and a nationalism thing. It's tricky.
Right.
But Scotland has always been the if Wales and Scotland are England's 2 sons, okay, Wales we beat into submission and then Wales kind of like put up with it. Scotland has been punching holes in the wall and kicking doors in and like fighting their dad like pretty much since since Britain has existed, since before then, like when we were the Britons, when we were Saxons, like when they were Picts and we were Saxons, like we have been fighting each other like forever, since the dawn of time. And Scotland wants to not be in the Union anymore because they don't have independence. Like they still receive a large amount of their legislation from English courts. The centre of their democracy is Holyrood, but it's primarily Westminster, which is in London, which obviously is miles and miles away from Scotland. And most people voted to stay in the Union, and then the Brexit referendum happened, and overwhelmingly most Scots voted to stay in the EU, and now most Scots who voted to stay in the Union are like, I should have voted leave. I should have voted no. Because there is this thinking that if Scotland can break away from the British Union, then they can rejoin the European Union. And good luck to them. Let them go. Asparamancer. The Falklands, yes, thank you very much. British history is just an exercise in supervillainy. I could not agree more. Owain Glyndwr. I will definitely do a Google of that person. I feel like I don't know. It's not that I feel like I know that we are not taught a lot of our history because a lot of it is conquer and
fuck everyone over, basically.
Yeah, imperialism, right? Amy, did you want to talk about what you're drawing? Or do you want me to talk about your drawing?
Can do. I don't really know. I don't know. Start the conversation, then I can add stuff.
Okay, so Amy's drawing a witch. A witch. Based on a witch from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, one of the Daughters of Lerion.
Yes. Very, very cool.
I'm very sorry that is not how you pronounce that. Again, I'm very English. In it, bruv. Okay, we don't learn any Welsh. Gangaf Glafe, which I actually think is Scottish. Scots, rather.
Fucking hell, Jenny.
Yeah. From that poem of Mice and Men. Best laid plans of Mice and Men Gangaf Glafe, which I probably is not correct. I'm so sorry for all my crimes.
Yeah, this drawing is kind of based off of, well, is the style, or like her
concept.
Her concept is based off of the Daughters of Lerion from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Whenever I'm listening to music, I often get very inspired by different songs I'm listening to, and there's this piece of music that I listen to. Let me just get the name of it so y'all can give it a listen, because it's cool as shit. Hang on a minute.
I and Rota got the High Hopes of Rolls poster for Christmas, and they say it's beautiful. Thank you very much. That's a very nice thing to say. Also, I hope you enjoy your Christmas present.
Aww.
It came from my house. That's where I live.
The song is called Demons by Kim Petras.
Rock. Folk.
Not really rock. Can you look up the genre?
I don't know.
On Spotify? Whoa!
Ooh, excuse me. Blimey. Ooh, that sneeze. That has there's like a fine layer of, like dust in my lungs from where I haven't moved a bunch because it's Christmas.
Oops.
And it just kind of like shook everything around.
I'm trying to figure out the genre of this music because it's not rock.
I would like to do some more like research and reading on ancient English languages. And thank you very much, everybody. That's very kind of you. Again, inspired by Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is a little shameful, really, that thing. But I really like the way that it like Welsh and like root English words sound, like Woden and Tiwa. And like the way certain names are pronounced, like in Gloucestershire, in Gloucestershire, you meet Tudor, no, I've forgotten his name already, but it's spelled Twyddwr.
I can't remember.
Okay, never mind. And Cunon, which is spelled Cynon. Ilian Fere Gorgek. Just putting it into the chat is tempting me to say it. I can say the last bit. Gorgok. That's the name of a town, right? Or is it just the train station? It's the town, right? It's just that I know the train station because the sign is super long, and that's what it's the picture everybody uses when they when they show you how long the name is, because the sign is as long as the train platform. Ilian Fair Prilian Gogo. Nope, can't do it. Go. Should I learn Welsh? I don't think I have any reason to. It sounds cool.
It's up to you, mate.
And then I have to go to Stonehenge and climb on it, in my druid robes and scream, "Ilian, go into the sky." It's also not very fair because the double L in Spanish, which is one of the shared root languages of Europe that I'm more aware of, the double L is like a Y sound, right? But it's not in Welsh. Somebody also lives in Wiltshire. That's where I'm from. Or are you saying that you live in the town that's got the weird name that I can't pronounce? Phlegm. There's a swan hiss.
I wanna go to Stonehenge.
Yan. Llama. Anyway. We should move on before I start making spitting noises into the microphone. Oh, you live in Amesbury. My dude, I grew up maybe 10 minutes from Amesbury. I'm not going to tell you where, because that's weird. But very, very close.
Didn't your friend make a joke about you swimming to school with your webbed feet?
Fucking hell, yes, she did. How is Amesbury these days? Army town, so it was a bit barren the last time I was there. Though then again, everything is barren these days. What with the world. I can't believe you bring that up.
Because it's funny.
I will tell you though that me and my friend, we went to college in Andover, which you may know locally as Pramdover, because of its high rate of teen pregnancy. I know, inventive, right? But then again, if we were there for the smart puns, then there wouldn't be so much teen pregnancy. Anyway,
again, children should be illegal. Don't have kids.
Here's another example of how smart the people were. When I was at college, I was walking up the stairs behind some girls who were talking about whatever, and I'm not even shitting you right now. They genuinely believed that the horned is the wrong word, but the antlered creatures that pulled Santa's sleigh were antelope.
I'm not the smartest person in the world, yeah? But
oh, come on, fam.
Come on,
man. Man, them.
Do better.
Why is you even playing, mate? We're not really starting any south-north English discourse, are we? No, because I'll be honest with you, I don't know anything about the north of England.
Neither do I.
I went to Lindisfarne once, and I don't really remember much of it, so it was very cold. But that's kind of what all of England is like. People are upset by the antelope. Look, mate, okay?
Wasn't us who said it.
It wasn't me who said this, and I was also upset because This was back in the day when I didn't have any credit on my phone, so I couldn't text my friend to be like, can you fucking believe what place we're living in? Can you believe this? So I had to go to the library, log on to Facebook so that I could send her a message. And also, Liam, I believe the War of the Roses was kind of East versus West, right? It's like House of York and House of the other one. I'm not even sure. I mean, I know that the Red Rose won because that was the Tudor Rose, but I don't know which one of the. I don't know which name it was. Lancaster. There you go. I'm glad somebody fucking knows what we're talking about. Did you see the Gospels there, Jenny? Katie asks me. What at Lindisfarne? I think I tried the mead, which was...
Oh, I'd go to Linda's farm.
When I was 12. Yeah, I would go back there now that I'm old enough to appreciate things. I can't even begin to tell you how many stately homes I have walked around as a child, and I will say... This might be a bit of a brag. I was a very well-behaved child, but I was bored out of my tits, and I didn't know what the fuck was any of it. I didn't care, right? I just didn't care. But I was very well-behaved, didn't touch anything, didn't run around, didn't scream. But I would like to go back to these places. We should go to Bath, because the Earl of Bath... No, he's not even in Bath. It's Longleat House. He has like a... He's used his money to turn all of his bedrooms into erotic art displays. Oh. We have a Lancaster in Texas, says Chaos. Would you like to know how it's pronounced? Go on then, you bloody Americans.
Lancastershire. Like they keep fucking doing
Worcestershire. Yeah, no, away Chestershire.
Leicestershire. Yeah. Shit off.
Yeah, it's upsetting to me that that people pronounce the Shire as Shire as opposed to Shire. I mean, they would not know to not do that, right? That's how it's spelt.
Yeah,
it's not unreasonable. But
could anyone read back then? I can't even read now.
Lancaster, Texas is pronounced Lancaster. Lancaster, Pennsylvania is spelt Lancaster.
Lancaster. All right,
Oh, sure.
It's better than Lancastershire. Fucking hell.
Or like Kansas. Why is Arkansas pronounced Arkansas? Like, and I know why, because, you know, America is founded of immigrants from all over the world and they all speak different languages, but could you not get your shit together?
Come on.
For long enough to name a state? America, explain. You know, I don't even know anything about Arkansas except that it's spelt wrong. Like, what, they got tornadoes there and corn? Like, so does the rest of America.
Like the whole middle part of America. We're horrible. Sorry, lads. God.
Phew.
That's not what I want. That's not what I want either. What am I doing?
Yeah, also, why did America drop all of the U's from words? Like, I don't understand. Was Captain Kurt from Arkansas? I thought he was from... Nope. Nope. He did buy a house in Idaho, though, at one point. I do remember that, because I just watched Star Trek Generations, which has just the most amazing death scene in it. It's so good. The dummy just bounces off of the cliff edge, and it's so funny. Okay. great. We've got plenty of weird town names on this side of the pond and all. Yeah. I'm not, like... It's a world thing, right? Everybody's got something weird. Capitalism. The American got rid of the UN words because of capitalism.
Oh, okay.
Because you used to have to buy print by the letter.
Right. Oh, sorry guys, I keep attacking my mic.
So they dropped the U. Which might be the most American thing anybody's ever said to me. We ruined the language because it's cheaper.
Oh god.
Yeah, so that's a little harsh. You just dropped a letter. It's not a ruining of a language.
Chat, I have a question that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Shall I order takeout?
Should Amy order takeout? Super chat for yes. Comment for no.
Jennifer.
No, you don't have to do that.
Just like, I'm hungry, but I'm too lazy to make anything, and also I don't really have a lot of stuff in the house.
Majority of people say yes. Liam says get Wags, which you would be able to do if Wags was not in another tier 4. Like,
yes, and also we don't have a Wags here.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's in
Right.
Brighton, right? So even if you wanted to wait for an hour and a half for your Wags to arrive, it would have to travel across the county border, and therefore that's illegal now.
Really want Chinese.
What did everybody else have for dinner?
No, I'm not going to order takeout. I already had takeout this week.
Chaos says it's pretty late. Nothing to cook? Question mark. That's not how it works, Chaos. You should know that by now.
I have stuff to cook. I just don't want to.
Illegal sushi smuggling, says Alex. It's not sushi though, Alex. Wags, yes, for the uninitiated, is Wagamama's. It's a restaurant, it's a Japanese food restaurant. It's a ramen bar basically that does other Japanese food. It's really good. And the discovery that they do Deliveroo has really kind of improved all of our lives. Deliveroo is Uber Eats but English. And it's the dudes on bikes. I mean, they must have Deliveroo in other places. I think it was Australian first, right? I don't know. Australia. Wagamama's is like really sort of sentimental for me because it's like me and Ollie would go there on dates a lot when we first started going out. Is there Domino's Pizza in Europe? Yes, there is.
Yes.
There is a very good video on a YouTube channel I can't remember the name of, Just Eats maybe, probably not, where an American man in America buys everything on the American menu and an English man in England buys everything on the English menu, and you can see the difference in calories, in weight, in like what specialities we have on our menus, that kind of thing, if you're interested in that kind of stuff.
I'm going to say now that American Domino's is way better than British Domino's.
Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because there's very little regulation on what you can put in food. So like 90% of it isn't real.
Right.
Which again, I learned in this video. Like, you know how Subway's bread is illegally cake in European Union?
Yeah.
Domino's is similar.
We ordered Domino's when me and Jazz were in America, and God, it was so good.
Apparently Domino's in New Zealand is really, really bad.
Oh.
It's like really, really cheap, but also really, really bad. Like you can get a large Domino's for 10 New Zealand dollars, which is like a $5
Oh my
here.
God.
But
what's so bad about it?
it's like garbage pizza. It's
Right.
like worse than you get out of a supermarket. Slow cooked stew with suet dumplings. Is that what you had for dinner? Did you make all of that yourself, Liam? That sounds very impressive. Again, maybe it's because I've been locked inside for so long, but I have been having this sort of like hankering to return back to the old times of sort of British, like. So, like, everybody must know what cottagecore is by now, which is heavily inspired by the arts and crafts movement of the late 19th century, which is post-industrial Britain, where everybody was trying to get back to, like, handmade. So there was this like massive burst of pottery and glassware and fabrics and, you know, like just lovely artwork. That's what I would like to be, without any of the, you know, miserable historical context that comes along with everything. Not that it's not important, and I do know. I just want to make nice things. I would like to wear a frumpy skirt and have an apron on, you know.
Ew, no thanks.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
If I could live in what I'm wearing right now forever, I would.
Why can't you?
Because I have to go outside to work.
Oh, yeah, you have a job. Well, don't do that.
If I could wear this to work, I wouldn't have any complaints.
Pineapple pizza is the best. You could fight me on that, but what would be the point? You would be destroyed.
You like pineapple pizza?
I do. It's the best.
Good for you. I'm happy for you.
You don't like it?
No.
Do you not like it or you're just not bothered?
Just not. Don't really care.
Okay.
I used to really care about what people liked and didn't like, and now I'm like, okay.
The thing I really love about pineapple pizza, okay, besides the fact that it is a delicious combination of salty and sweet, is that pizza is Italian. It was invented, not pizza, but pineapple pizza was invented in Canada. By a Greek immigrant who was inspired by Chinese food to put a Polynesian plant on an Italian dish.
Right.
I mean, how 21st century is that? 20th century, rather. Wow, you got up at 6 a.m. to slow cook your dinner.
Jesus.
I wouldn't get up at 6 a.m. for nothing. The house was on fire, I would roll over. I'm kidding.
I have to get up at 3:30 in the morning to go to my job.
That is your own fault. Yeah, you took that job.
I am so tired.
Let's go back. We've got Foodora, which sounds British but isn't. Does not sound British. Sparks, you're wrong. What is it? A place? A town? A food?
Oh, sorry.
Sounds American. It sounds like, you know, like Foodora. Pre-made for your convenience. Technically in America you can say that your stuff is real food if it's 90% real. 90%. I wonder what our percentage will be now that we're outside of the European Union. Rip.
Everything's going to be so expensive.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rabies has said that they've been dealing with some depression and schizophrenic episodes, and watching these and your live streams has helped calm me down a lot. We're very glad that we could be of service to you, sir. Though I don't know if calm is really
I'm glad it helps.
what you're here for, considering how all these conversations go. I suppose there's something calming about falling through the void.
It's a good distraction.
Somebody's making breakfast, which tells me that, you know, time is an illusion. Pineapple and pizza is good. I heard the door open.
What do you want?
What do you want? What? Hey, can you give me a glass of water? You stood up, so... Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Mr. Oliver Moore.
Oliver Moore, take the mic.
Or you could come over here so Amy doesn't have to make mic noises.
Don't ignore my hard work. Take the mic.
Say hello to the people.
I can't, it's in a stand. You've got no background music.
Yeah, we don't have any background music because it's hard to make it not be louder than us.
Yeah, because all the music, all the songs are different. No, get away. Nope.
It's fine. We don't need it.
Get away.
My voice is enough.
Get away.
I'm sure that they would agree.
Hang on. I have
Back away. That's what my
have a star for you.
Foodora is a food delivery service. I see.
Say hello, Wooey.
Cat noises. If you think that she
Fear
sounds
for my eyes.
distressed in those few little beeps you heard, don't worry, she's not. She's just being held. And she's an independent woman. She don't need no man.
I taught her well.
She's very warm. If she wasn't in a garage my own though, I'd hold her again.
Ooh.
Did you know that I don't know if my great niece still does this. She's 3. I think she's 3 anyway. I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen her in a while. But she's very good at like saying no when she doesn't like or want something, and she will stand by her no, which is very good.
That's very impressive. Yeah.
Very impressive. But her thing that she does, she goes, back away. She'll like put her hand in front of you and she'll be like, back away.
Amazing.
And I love it.
Oh man, that's like, her parents must have taught her that like as like defense, right? Like if an adult tells you that you need to do something, you just put your hand up and say back away.
I think
right?
so.
And now she's just doing it.
She's great.
Great. I love it.
Nightmare child, but
Yeah, all children are.
she knows her value.
So last night, our neighbour's child, the downstairs neighbour, she threw back her head. I don't know, I didn't see this, but I'm imagining it. She threw back her head, she opened her mouth, and she let forth the harpies of hell. And she screamed, and she screamed, and she screamed.
Yeah, I know this.
And I'm not even kidding with you, chat, right now, that if that child had been murdered, or is being murdered, we would not know.
Did you not hear me tell her to shut up?
Yeah, we would not know any different from every single day of her life. My mother would have ended me.
Yeah. See, I don't know if she shut up because I told her to,
I don't know.
or is she shut up because she just had enough.
See, now, Ollie took the recycling out today, and as he was doing it, downstairs, sort of accosted him to say, "Oh, we never hear you. I hope we're not being too loud." And Ollie,
Diplomatically responds.
by saying,
You know, we hear the odd altercation every now and
The
then.
odd altercation.
The
Are
odd
you shitting me?
altercation, which is like, you know, if we didn't have to live above them, and you know, you don't necessarily want to have an argument with a relative stranger on the pavement, but that isn't even like 1/100th of the truth. Every night they scream or they fight or they play music loudly or we have to listen to their TV show and she's like, "Oh, we never hear you except, you know, when you're like walking around or whatever." I'm like, "Actually, madam, what you can hear is our fat cat jumping off of shit, and that is it."
Well, I just don't know what would be gained by saying, "Yes, we hear you every goddamn day of the week."
Shut up.
and you scream at each other so much that we want to call the authorities.
Hello, baby.
Yeah, I feel kind of mean telling a child to be quiet, but it's just enough. I just had enough. What are you doing to the cat? Leave the cat alone.
Those distress noises brought to you by Boo. She always wants attention, but not in the ways that you want to give it to her. Like, if you want to pet her, she wants you to feed her. If you want to hold her, she wants you to pet her. If you want to play with her, she wants you to go away. If you want you to play with her, she doesn't want any other form of attention. She always sits, you know, like 2 centimeters out of arm's reach, and then she screams at you. Great cat. I love her. No, I do. Frog Dad says you can never eat too much cheese.
No, that's true.
Well, you mean you can?
I mean,
Yeah.
Hashaan's proved that in his advent calendar this year.
I also am proof that you can eat too much cheese.
Mm-hmm. We're all lactose intolerant at some point.
You said we all get lactose intolerant at some point.
Yeah, as in like you eat so much cheese that, you know,
Oh, right, yeah.
your body's like, no.
Enough. Back away.
Bum, 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 bum. Look, those of you who are saying there's no such thing as too much cheese, you are young people.
Good.
There will come a point in your life where there is too much cheese.
There will be a point in your life where you get old enough that you've ruined your insides and then they just can't handle anything other than bland.
These days, good mac and cheese really is too much cheese for me. Makes me feel ill. Oh yeah, no, definitely. Sparks has the best way. You can absolutely eat too much cheese, but your taste buds will never agree. Oliver, please don't go. Please get me a drink. Please, sir. Can I have some more? Can I have a bowl of soup? The distant sound of Ollie sassing Boo in the background is the background to my life these days. He's never like affectionate to her when I'm in the room. But like in the distance I can hear him being like
I'll just be in my room, right? And then like outside I can just hear Ollie mocking Boo.
Yeah, it's always a gentle mocking, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like wow.
The way you talk to Boo is always a gentle mocking.
Well, it's either that or I'm telling her to not shout.
The other like earlier today, Amy, you came out of your room and you got some toast and you went back into your room and we were like, "Where is Boo?" And I went, "Amy's got toast." And we were like, "Ah."
Yes, she was climbing on me.
I have never known a creature who loves carbohydrates more, frankly. Potato wedges and toast.
Oh my god, she will actually like snatch a potato wedge out of your hand if you're not careful.
Can you imagine if she was eating from her food bowl and we did the same thing? We were like,
just like shove her head out of the way.
Just the thought of putting Boo's food anywhere near my mouth made me want to die. It's disgusting. No, I don't even like it when she smells of it. When she comes near you and she breathes all over you after having a dinner. It's upsetting.
She's saying thank you to the wrong person, but she's saying thank you.
Yeah, Boo, I'm the one who feeds you.
You're saying thank you to the wrong person, but we appreciate what you're saying.
I'm so betrayed.
Meow.
She says now, like, more often than not, you're not the one who feeds me in the morning anymore, mother.
I like the colours, Amy.
Thanks.
Neo ate pistachios from 2015 sometime last November
Oh,
and they
dear.
didn't get sick. They didn't get sick. I mean, that's probably because, like, you know, they're nuts, right? They're probably just going to get a bit stale.
So you're probably like under 20, so your insides are indestructible.
Yes.
Your insides are made of lead. Come here. Come here,
Your
man.
insides are made of lead. The new hymn by Ainsley Dale.
Ugh. God, she's so fat.
She's very heavy.
Shut up. My eyes.
She's a very whiny baby.
You're so chunky.
You got a big old butt.
Tiny head. Say hello to everyone. You smell bad. Need a bath. That face says no.
Oh, that's a threat.
Meow. Say hello to everyone. You got gunky eyes. Gross. Disgusting. Take care of the baby. Brush her fur. Hold her gentle like hamburger. I've lost it, lads.
She rumbling. Yeah, she also snores louder than any human I have ever known.
She's our granddad.
She is a granddad. It's just extraordinary. I can hear her over my studio headphones, over anything that we're watching on TV. There's always like in the background, because she never seems to want to sleep unless her face is like smashed into a surface.
Yes, Boo, that is my hand.
Meow.
What do you want?
Mm-hmm. Jenny, do you remember when Boo walked over you at Amy's place when you were trying to sleep? Not specifically.
She's done that to Matt.
Do you remember her and me sort of like rolling over and waking up because I was a little bit uncomfortable and coming face to face with Boo, who was needing the blanket that I was sleeping on? Yeah. So she made like, you know, it was pitch black and she made full eye contact with me with her big eyes, and she was doing the creepy knees thing. I was like, please don't kill me. Like, it felt like the prelude to my murder. She's just flomped on the floor now.
Yeah.
It's her natural state.
She's exposing the holy belly.
Kneading thing. Creepy kneading. You know, when they, like, take their claws and they smush whatever surface they're on. Ominous biscuits. That's a good way to describe it. I watched Kenji Lopez Alt make sausage gravy and biscuits, like the American kind of thing, and I actually kind of want to try making that. That looks good. This might have been very European of me, but the entire time I was like, so there's no vegetables? Where are the vegetables? I assume you'd put like green beans or runner beans with it.
Ew.
Well, it's like a bechamel with what is the closest thing that America does to a scone. But like a sausage bechamel, like it's based on some sausage meat, and then like, I mean, I assume you'd put beans with that, because, you know, I can't quite bring myself to eat something that's like flour, double cream and sausage and butter and nothing else. Like, there has to be something in there, right? Why is it that when a cat steps on you, it's never an okay place? It's like the tummy, but it must be your kidney. That's like...
Or like the centre of your rib cage.
That's like amplified by Boo and her, like, how heavy? She's like 3 kilos. She's 2 kilos?
5.
She's 5 kilos.
Almost 6.
She's
She's a chunky lady.
Yeah, but she's got very tiny feet, so it's like
it's like a loaf of bread that has
knives.
needles.
Yeah. Very sharp feet into your kidneys, your heart, your lives. Look at her, the little loaf. Booby. Nah, she don't care. We brought her a laser pointer for Crimbus, and she's more interested in the actual thing in your hand than she is by the laser.
Yeah. She does chase the laser.
She does, but only a little bit. Because as soon as she remembers that it's coming from your hand, she wants to know what's in your hand.
Yeah.
Like, if you click the button, she instantly knows where it is.
She's too old.
Yeah, I think also maybe she's just too smart.
She's too old for our shit.
I can't imagine having a dog stand on you in the same way that Boo would stand on you. That sounds like a nightmare.
Oh, terriers would do that.
Yeah, but like Jack Russells and stuff, they're like little.
Yeah, but they got pointy nails.
Yeah, but so do cats.
Yeah, but cats retract. Dog's claws don't retract.
That's true.
Our dog Harry used to jump up and he would clench his feet and he would dig his nails into you. Or you'd be like, ow!
So, it's coming up to the end of the live stream. It's 5 to 10. I'd like to take this moment to thank everybody for joining us this evening, or this afternoon, or this morning, or wherever you are, whatever the fuck. But also, just to say thank you to everybody for 2020, which, not to sound like every sort of like fast food press release ever, it's been a tough year. And I am sick of hearing it, and I'm kind of already sick of saying it. But we would like to say thank you, because we would be saying thank you even if, whoa, boo.
What was that?
Do you mind? I was aiming for 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and we're very close to 27 on the 2nd of January, so thank you very much. That's very kind of you. It means a lot. We read every comment on Twitter, on Instagram, on Tumblr, and on YouTube, and they have all been positive. And so I'd like to thank you again for being this amazing community. If you would like to participate more often and sort of more directly with us and with our community, then you can join our Discord server, which you'll find a link to in the description to this live stream, but also in the description to all of our YouTube videos. It's a very nice place, and we look forward to having you there. You can follow us on Twitter, which is at SWizardCo, and on High Hopes, and on the High Hopes account, which is at Story of HHLR. You can follow us on Instagram at SWizardCo. Those are the kinds of places where we will be posting what sort of stuff we're up to, YouTube updates, shop updates. What other stuff do we post? Stuff that's becoming free from our Patreon about a year after it was posted. If you would like to hear what the characters have to say for themselves, then you can head over to highhopestheirolls.tumblr.com for some shenanigans. The current plot line is that Malark has been stabbed and attacked by mostly all of the party, and Brio is in love with Nagar's body.
Not Nagar.
She said recently that somebody asked if they could ship them, and Brio said that she is but a dinghy, and Nagar was a mighty man of war. And Ryce came by to say, well, you can fit a dinghy inside of a man of war, even if you can't fit a man of war inside a dinghy.
I'm so upset. So upset.
So please do come on by for the shocking time we're having. Brio is top horny for Nagar. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She wants to eat that stack of pancakes.
Poor Nagar.
Poor Nagar. He does not know what's going on.
Never ends for him, does it?
No. He does now have an OnlyFans, though. He's got to pay the rent somehow.
Let's get those school sandwiches.
The best place that you can support us is on Patreon. Patreon.com/Shrieking we post updates twice a month and new and behind the scenes content twice a month. So, and you get a special Discord role, and if you do the top tier, which is like £10, you also get some postcards, which are fucking awesome, by the way. I think they're so good. Beth handles kind of like all of the design elements of that, so when they arrive here for me to post, it's always a bit of a surprise for what they are, but they're gorgeous. I would like to take this moment to thank the other 5 members of the Shrieking Wizard Co, Amy, Jazz, Beth, Matt, and Alex, for their continued hard work and their amazing artwork, without which none of this would be possible.
Thanks, mate.
And I'd just like to say that the toughest thing about this year that we have just had is that the not seeing them all. I mean, I see Amy because I live with her. So, you know, I do actually see you every day. So this doesn't necessarily apply to you, but I'm kind of speaking for you, okay? So you don't have to feel left out by this. Not being able to see them has been one of the hardest things I have ever done in my entire life.
It sucks.
And so I would like to encourage everybody to wear a mask and wash your hands and keep your distance so that maybe one day
You can all get back to normal.
I can see my family again. Also because, you know, if we're in the same room, then shit's a lot easier to do and it'll be a lot faster. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us.
Yes.
It's Hands Face Space. It's 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. GMT.
Cool. Let me just finish this line. I think she's pretty much done. And we are
Very good looking.
finito.
Finito. We will post this to Instagram, or you post it to your Instagram. It's up to you, my dude.
I'll figure it out later.
Okay. Well, it'll be somewhere, so y'all be able to see it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, maybe we'll make it into some merch or something. Maybe we'll make some prints of it. That'd be cool.
Probably do it as a postcard for 1 month or something.
Oh, yeah, that would not be a bad idea. Because then we can do the other postcard as the Gimgar and the strawberry dress.
Nah, I don't
No?
like that one that much.
Oh, okay. What's the other thing that we drew? I say we.
The buff lady. Nah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. How do you translate euros into dollars? Don't know.
Yes.
It's pounds anyway.
Anyway, it's 10 o'clock.
Yes. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Thank you.